easy come to Collectibles, and today we're going to be looking at the statue releases. I'm going to go over some statue news and releases. As you probably see, my background has changed. I'll go through a collection tour soon. I have to just update some things and work out some ninks and get into some other things. It's too bad you can't see Venom because he's directly behind my chair. But you get to see my face. We have Queen Studios Knightmare Batman 1/4 scale. This is just awesome. I absolutely love this. Now, you guys know I haven't covered Queen Studios as much as I'd want to because of, certain things. Like, they're not technically licensed in the U.S., but the man, they just come out with some things that I can't. Like this Venom bust, actually. Where are you? Godly, dude, you're like out of the way. This Venom bust is simply amazing, which I don't have a light for him yet. I'm still setting up my new studio because it used to be all details with Hot Toys. Now, this is probably just these couple statues are equivalent to my whole collection since like the last 5 years of Hot Toys. But I'm not crying, you're crying. So with that being said, Queen Studios has been awesome with their pieces. Now, they don't have, I wouldn't say, the best customer service, but they have some of the best statues. And with that given, look at this price point. I'm not sure how much is going to be on retail shops, but full price $765 with edition size of 800. Now, I wouldn't say that's massive. For a quarter scale statue with a very low price, very competitive of Sideshow. I would say competitive to Sideshow. That's pretty small. I would say that's pretty small. Now, edition sizes of 500 and less, I'm looking at more full-size busts, like life-size. So I wouldn't say like this would be gone in no time. So here we have the Knightmare Batman 1/4 statue. It's a mixed media statue. You're gonna have resin fabric clothing, PU, which is the leather. It's gonna be fake leather. That's probably going to be my major hit. Get out of the way, easy. Where do I put you? That's probably gonna be my major hit. It's this fake leather joints going on. Not a fan of it. I don't like that. But what can you do? I hope the coat is more of a, that rough texture more than the leather. So later on, I don't have a problem with that. But its height is going to be 53 centimeters high. 53 centimeters high. So what we're looking at here, that's good. I had this tape measure. 53. Where are you? 53. It's going to be about that big. Now, that's not extraordinarily big. It's kind of not that crazy big. But here's the thing. The guy is coming out with this whole diorama setup. So Queen's going to make this whole diorama setup. I don't know if you've seen. It has like Armored Batman, the Justice League Batman, which is that one. His regular suit. And this Knightmare one, and then it will have Ben Affleck's, just Bruce Wayne's portrayal right down the middle. Now, if they release the whole set, that would be awesome because this, although it seems kind of small for 1/4 scale, one thing I did wish is that it was 1/3 scale because, 1/3 is my cat's running around, man. 1/3 is preferably my size. I love the scale of 1/3, but when it comes to 1/4, it's like, where do I put you? But with this whole diorama setup, it may be a go-getter for me. I kind of wish they did it 1/3 though. Like, man, that would have been awesome. Price would have been a little bit higher. It would have been a more grand scale thing to display with the diorama. But hey, it is what it is. So I'm not too sure if I'm going to really pull the trigger on this or not because of the scale. But if I get it, I happen to get it, whatever. Because if I get this, I'm going down a rabbit hole. There's a whole setup going around this. as far as likeness and everything is just, that's him. That's the best Knightmare Batman we have to date. I know what a Workshop did one. Iron Studios, Hot Toys even did their takes. But I think this is the ultimate Knightmare Batman so far, and that's why I was wanting 1/3, because the Superman's in 1/3. I wanted this in 1/3. So that kind of sucks. But it is what it is. Here you can see more of the suit, the battle damage taken on his suit, and you can't see what's going on, but I'm getting bullied by Little Pussycat. More of what he has to offer. He has little switch outs for his arms with him holding the gun. With him, I think he can hold his binoculars. Just a little spin around. It looks great. Like, the thing is awesome. I love that for mixed media as a statue. I think this is pretty cool. I think this is really awesome. I'm more of a guy that prefers now not even mixed media. I don't like mixed media as much because they don't blend well when it comes to statues, especially capes, because they're so wacky to pose. Why am I like? But here's the switch outs. He has a goggle switch out, so you can put goggles on him, which doesn't look too nice. This sculpt looks amazing. This is menacing. Here's the switch out they come with, this little arm, and then I guess you can put like his binoculars or something in it. I'm pretty sure something like that. But you can put his gun. I'm surprised they're showing him holding his gun, but I don't think they care about legalities. And then there's a scar. There's a detail of him. Okay, so it's just a fist, and then it's a switch out for his 1911. So as you can see, like, the material on here, just the look of the materials looks so good. More of around the base. Now, I like what they did with the base. It's nothing too much, and it's nothing underwhelming. It's very subliminal museum-style posing. You have some barbed wire going throughout. I'm not sure if this is actual wire, but I think it is actual wire. I'm pretty sure it may be actual wire. Here you can see 54 centimeters. It is a bit small for my liking, because the way I want to display is 1/3 all the way, and they're over here messing with 1/4. Now, Queen Studios made a new logo. A lot of people don't like the logo, which is, it's kind of funny because this is looking more professional to me. It does. It looks more professional. Let's go look at the Superman. There's a bunch of staff talking. Big old nippies right there. There's a T-Rex, and the T-Rex wasn't as what I thought it looked like. It's not that great. I don't think it is. Superman here, looking quite okay-ish. Here's my thing on this one. For Superman, it's 1/3. It's a great piece. Everything, they don't have much images for him, do they? See what I see? Like, I was talking about this with Infinity Studios bust. Infinity made it awesome. It's hard to get, like, when I look at the T-Rex, all I see is this yellow color with a black dot. Infinity actual put glass eyes in theirs. This scale is probably too small for the glass eyes treatment and all that, but that's why I just went with the Infinity Studios bust for the T-Rex. I got that ordered already. But I can't find an image with the whole pose for this guy, I guess. But for Superman, I think they should have went with a better pose. Now, a better pose or a better likeness, because the likeness, who we have all in here. Oh, we might be able to get Superman. Yep. I don't think the likeness is there. This is the red-eye glowing bust, but I don't think the likeness is there. It's there, but I think for Queen, I think they could have gone a little bit better. So this pose, the base is amazing. I love the finesse on the base. I love that finesse. I love that they use this black suit. But the pose is a bit weird for me. The pose is very weird. I'm having this... I just hear random noises. The pose is just a bit weird for me. I can't take it seriously because he's like, yeah. I don't know. I don't feel like this is a must buy for me. And especially since Infinity teased the prototype on the 1/1 bust, I'm probably likely not going to get any statues from Black Suit Superman. Now, over with Queen, because Queen had their little show. They had some other pieces, but not too interested into them. Let's move over to Dark Detective Future State. Prime 1 came out with this Batman tactical coat, non-tactical coat 2 version. Not too sure, obviously from the comics, but man, oh man, would you take a look at all this stuff going on. I would like to say shop at comicconcepts.com. That's who's my little sponsor on the channel. Comicconcepts.com can get you anything Prime 1 and all these fun things we see here, especially the next item I'm going to go look over. But this Future State Dark Detective, I guess it's Batman from the future. Obviously, you can tell from the drones and the more tech suit based. It's funny because this is like a Knightmare Batman, but like from the future. Kind of cool. But just taking a look, we're just going to take a look at this one. It hasn't really, I don't think it's been released as far as pricing goes. Let me see. October 20th. So tomorrow, as of this video, tomorrow is going to be when that statue releases as far as pricing. This is definitely 1/3. I'm assuming 1/3 scale because Prime 1 absolutely kills it in the 1/3 scale. They really know what to do. I mean, you just take a look at this guy. This guy is supposedly 1/4, but he's very big, and he's almost pushing at 1/3. And then there's a big old Predator over there. He's massive. So 1/3 scales in Prime 1 is awesome because the sheer detail. As you can see, it's just beautiful. It's beautiful. The one thing Prime 1 doesn't do greatly is skin, which I've been seeing is kind of. But when you go to comic versions of stuff, it just doesn't. It's okay, whatever. It looks good. It looks good. It's not bad. I'm just saying like they could do better towards the realistic flesh tones. But speaking of Prime 1, I see you doing some red version. Let me see if this has anything to do. Scarlet red motif. I don't know. This is a painted. I don't know if this is one of those repaints. I've been complaining about Hot Toys doing their reissues and repaints. And here goes Prime 1 lately with their repaints and different versions. It goes to show that buy what you love. If you said, oh, I wish, Nightwing had a red suit, but you bought the blue one anyway, buy what you love and buy what you think you would keep. If you don't think you'd do with the blue, just wait it out. Companies kind of hear you after the fact, and they end up making another one. Very nice etching here. I love the etching, especially the butt. I love the etching everywhere. It looks very comic bookish. I do prefer this one over the blue one. This one takes a lot different take once it's red. But we do see Prime 1 reaching into the release dates and stuff like that. Releases of repaints and stuff like that. So it's fine though. Red version may be another version of him. Like I think Flash, was it the Metal Knight Flash was gold, and then they brought a red one and then got a gold one, but then it's still stuck with the comic books, but it's the same statue. They've done that before. I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying Batman, that one right there, they've had a white one and a gold one. I really wanted the gold one, but I'm like, I can't do two of the same thing. Now, speaking of allowing cookies, we have this Ent that just came out by we're going to take a look at this Ent that came out by Weta Workshop. It's going to be a fat boy. Now, it says it's 1/6 scale. Ooh, okay. Can I go next? Can we hit the next button? Oh, I can't. So it says it's 1/6 scale, but looking at those orcs, if orcs are like what, probably that big, being the smaller like troll orcs, like this thing should be like massive. It should be pretty huge. Well, they made a Treebeard, which the Treebeard was awesome. Can you go? Can we go? Treebeard was awesome. I don't wish Prime 1 would make one. I think I kind of know Prime 1 is going to make one. Now, this is going to be 1/6 scale at $1,500. Weta Workshop is an extraordinary company. They do above and beyond what most statue companies do. This is a limited time run. I think you got like 3 or 4 weeks to order this thing before the cutoff, and then they make out the exclusive make number. And just look at the sculpture detail throughout. The amount of paint apps going throughout. Just really go to the microscopic level, and you'll see, like, this is a pretty cool, like that. I don't know how he's holding that thing, but this is a really, really cool statue. Now, I don't like this one as much. I don't like the concept. I don't like the big beer belly ent. I prefer the Treebeard one that they did. That Treebeard is an amazing piece of art, and I wish I had it. I need that one. But this one, I'm not saying it's bad. It's just not for me. It's just not. That's so cool how he has the orcs. Now, it is washed up in a little bit of color here. It's kind of all one right here. It needs to be more differentiated, I think, on the paint. But it is a very nice piece, especially for Lord of the Rings collectors. Like, I am going to be having some Lord of the Rings pieces come in soon. So, oh, there's one on the ground that he stepped on? I didn't even see that. So there's 3 orcs, technically. You see, that's the thing. Okay, so it's right here. But I think it should have been a little bit more differentiated in color because, like, you just cannot... I could not see that. You can't tell there's an orc that he stepped on. And I was thinking that concept for Treebeard, carrying either Sam or Frodo, or Merry and Pippin, or not Sam, Frodo, Merry and Pippin, and he's carrying them and stepping on an orc and kind of like walking through in a little badass pose. It looks amazing. The paint-ups on the tree, actual ent, looks amazing, but as you can see, there's a hand right there, and I can't make it out. I wish it would be a little bit more obvious in paint apps than one wash. I'm not too keen on the paint apps for them, but it is a wonderful statue. If you are looking towards, I mean, if you're a Weta collector, I'd definitely pick this up. It's a very nice piece. It has a lot of just Lord of the Rings. It's very Lord of the Ringsy. It's Weta Workshop. What do you expect? And size is quite nice. It's not too heavy on taking up space. It might be heavy, but I like it. I like everything about it. It's Weta Workshop makes just good, beautiful pieces. They make beautiful pieces. Now, whereas Prime 1 is making badass pieces, Weta is beautiful and more, I would say, more subliminal, more of the sublime type. Like this is just an int, just like, yeah, I got some orcs. And I bet you if Prime 1 came out with an ent, it'll be up to no good. It'll be crushing and splitting bones, and there'll be like black blood everywhere. So that's cool. So, I hope what you saw here using Company Collectibles was what you saw. And subscribe to the channel if you're not already. Like the video. We took a little look at a couple of statues. Great statues. All of them are great in their own way. I do wish we had an easier way to get Queen Studio pieces. That I do wish. I do wish. Because, man... some of the pieces we get from Queen are just something amazing, but they're just so hard to get to. And I don't want to risk it. I don't want to have to risk something to get it. And technically, from whatever retailers we do have, it's not that big of a risk, but you know what I mean. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, goodbye, guys.